So this is 3/8 inch thick Nomex honeycomb, and when we sandwich it between two 1/16 inch pieces of carbon fiber, we'll get the 1/2 inch sandwich thickness that we're looking for. So you can see here it's 0.73, so just under, which is good. So what we're going to do is take our piece of carbon fiber that we just cut out and lay it on here. Now we'll draw along the edge our outline and cut out our honeycomb. There we go, and we'll cut that out. And this honeycomb cuts pretty easily with just a regular razor. So now that we've cut out the pieces of Nomex honeycomb, we're going to start laminating them to these carbon fiber pieces. Alright, you gotta take this coat off. And as I prep these pieces of carbon fiber here, I'll note that I'm using my table that I normally use for vacuum bagging. And we're going to speed up the video for a lot of these so you don't have to watch each section. But I'm not going to vacuum bag these. One, because I'm lazy. And two, because since they're already plates, I felt just weighting them down would be fine. So we're going to see how it turns out. I hope I'm right, because it's going to be expensive if I don't get it right. I'm using System 3 silver tip for this lamination. Pretty good stuff. I like it for these kinds of projects. And basically all we're going to do is just mix up a bunch of silver tip, spread it as evenly as we can over the plate. And my intent here is to be fairly generous with the with the epoxy, because I want it to kind of create just a small little tent of epoxy on each of the cells in the honeycomb. So we'll speed this up. It's just spreading epoxy. Nothing special here. But once we get this spread out, and I'm eyeballing this, so again, we'll see how this all turns out. I think it'll be okay. Basically, once you get it all spread out nicely, I'm gonna lay the honeycomb in place on top of the plate. And then use the other piece of plate. I'm gonna leave the cover on for now, especially if I don't think any epoxy is gonna seep up through the cells. There's not that much epoxy on the plate, but just in case, we'll leave the cover on the other plate, put it on top of it to keep it flat, and at the end of this, we'll just weight everything down. I'm pretty confident it'll work pretty well. So we're gonna do the other two. We'll just speed up the video here, because it's exactly the same procedure through all of them. This last honeycomb in place, you'll see I use a small piece to fill in a gap. I've been trying to use up all the honeycomb I can, and wherever if I don't have a bigger enough piece or whatever, because it's expensive, and I felt like, hey, this isn't going to matter. It's going to be just fine. So then I just started putting down plates and anything flat or heavy I could find from the shop. And I think this is going to work out pretty well. We're going to let this cure overnight and do all the other fins, and then we'll pick it up somewhere, I guess, after the weekend, and I'll start seeing these things out.